All right, I wanted to share this real quick. So I had this form. This is a test, but I had this form where uh, I was grabbing the entries and then I wanted to run a formula against the entry. But what was happening was, like I created the formula. So let's say here, this is a very simple formula. It's checking if B2 or if the B column it says first. So if the B column is equal to first, then it's going to put a yes. Otherwise, it's going to put a no. So if you look here, this column says first, over here says yes. This column says last, over here says no. So the issue with this, I have two issues with this. One, it's ugly because you have to then drag the formula all the way down, or you double click the formula and it fills it. But even on the blank entries, it says no, 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 no until it has something to check against, right? The other issue is, which is the main issue, is if you enter or submit something on the form, it comes into Sheets, but if you look, it erases the formula. So this is supposed to say yes, it's nothing. So yeah, you can come here and you can just drag it again, and then it'll populate it. Now it adds the formula, but that's not a good solution, right? There's got to be something better. So I started looking around. And the solution for getting rid of these no's and making it work on every single row in this one column is this. It's the array formula. And it says, enables the display of values returned from an array formula into multiple rows or columns, right? In this case, we're going to use it for rows, right? And then the solution for um, it not being blank and checking, you want to be able to run all these different conditions is this ifs function. So this evaluates multiple conditions and returns a value that corresponds to the first true condition. Right? So you can have multiple conditions, right? So I zoomed in here so you can see. I created another column, right? It's new formula, and this is the old formula. So in the new formula, you see I have the array formula, which you only paste into the first row. So this is C1, right? So I paste this formula into C1, and it's basically an array formula, and then it checks multiple times. It does a check, and if that is true, then it does the thing after the comma. And then after that comma, it does another check, and after the comma, this is what will happen if this is true. All right, so it's like check, result, check, result, check, result. So in this case, what I'm doing is I'm checking the if the row that it's on is the first row, right? So I'm checking if BB over here is the first row. If it is, then if it is, then it's going to say new formula, and that's exactly what happens here. It says new formula, right? Now, if that's not true, let's say the second row it says second, right? If it's not on the first row, it won't put new formula, and then it's going to check to see if on BB it says first. If it says first, it's going to put yes. But second, in this second entry here, it says second. So this is false. It doesn't say first. So then it's going to go to the next one. It's going to say, okay, let's check again. Is it blank? And it's not blank. These are blank. That's why there's nothing here. Because if it's blank, it's going to put nothing, right? But in this case, here, it's false because it's not blank. So then it goes to the next one. The next one is it checks to see if it's not first. And it says second, and it's not first. So what's it going to do? It's going to put no, and there we go, no. Now in this third one, it goes through. It says, is it the first row? No. Is it equal to first? Yes. So then it does this, yes. And that's basically how it works. It runs through each one until it finds the first one, and then that's whatever you put after the comma, right? Check, comma, result is what it's going to populate. So it's a nice clean solution. You don't see any entries here. There's no formula or nothing. The formula is in the first row. So if we get rid of this column, then it's a nice clean look. And as we add a new entry, Say first again. There it is. Yes. All right, man. Enjoy.